We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Nick's Real Talk, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cat Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Nick's Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Nick shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Nick's Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Nick shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Yo, salute everybody. Salute, salute, salute. What's good? What is going on? Salute. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there, man. What's good, man? Nick's Real Talk. It's the recap. Divine Shot Powers, Knicks, Indiana. Post game of the day after, man. We're gonna talk about the game last night, all that good stuff. But first, before I go any further, let me bring my partner in so we can really get it popping. Shot Powers, what's good, my man?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Ain't no wasting no time. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the chat. That's what's good. Big task at hand. Crim's dad, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's popping, man? What's good to everybody? Hope y'all have a good Memorial Day and everything, man. Salute to all our soldiers and all our warriors, man, out there who've been holding us down over here, so we can be able to come on this podcast and get it popping. Salute to all the soldiers in the universe, man, and all our peoples, man. Salute to them, man. Real talk. But yeah, we here. Shot Powers. Knicks went down there, came back to trailing the game, came back, found the way to scrap and claw, get gritty, get back and win the game. Shot Powers and save the season for no concern. That impressive 106-100 victory, man. Just went out there and got it popping, man. And going to the end of that second quarter when it got down 20. But and then they got down to 13 going into the half. And I thought that was a big, huge turnaround to get that momentum back going into the half. And it sure enough helped out. It was a great deal. So good look for them. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Big Cat, the bench, you know, Tibbs, everybody, man. They just went out there and did what they had to do and found a way to not fall under pressure and let them celebrate too early on the other side. And we took advantage of it, man. Came out there and got it done.
Yeah, man. Salute to the New York Knicks, you know what I mean, for extending the series. And I mean, showing up when we really needed them to. As projected, no team has came back from 3 losses. You know what I mean? 3 losses. No team has come back, if I'm not mistaken, ever in the NBA. So, and to also elaborate on that, last year when we played this team, we beat them the first 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, and we went to 7 games with this team. So it can happen. So let's see what we can figure out. Formulate a plan and let's lay it down. Last night was a good game, and you know, I like the way they looked. It was a little nervous, a little cardiac nicks in the early part of the of the game, but they chipped it down, got it down to a certain amount at the halftime, and you know, took advantage of that. And I'm happy to be sitting here talking about the Knicks winning last night.
Yeah, real talk, man. It was a peak and valley game through the game, but I think they hit that peak in the coming out a little later toward the fourth quarter, and they really established themselves. One of our big dogs was big dogging it. Big Cat in the alley digging in your team trash, ladies and gentlemen. For real. He was getting down. I mean, and that's why we brought him here. That's why we got guys like him and Jalen Brunson. So when one not really doing it like that night, the other guy could do it. And he been doing it all season. Cat been doing it all season. Jalen Brunson been doing it all season. But to know that brother said, "Listen, I'm going down swinging tonight." Salute to him. Salute to Big Cat. That's all I can say. He got it done for us, man. He was doing it, man. A bully ball. Y'all know me, man. I live and die by that shit. Bully ball all day. You know, take it down to the paint and ones, dunking on jokers. That's the gritty shit right there. And last night he put that on full display last night, ladies and gentlemen. And salute to the Big Cat, man. Salute to the bench. DeLon Wright and all them guys, man. Shaman, these guys coming there when their numbers was called, stay ready the whole season. Oh, when you never know when your number's gonna be called, they got a call last night. They responded, ladies and gentlemen. That's the mark of a good team. Always stay ready. Cats went in there. Salute to them guys, man. Salute to Deuce McBride. I think Deuce McBride, other than Cat, he was one of the bigger reasons we won that game. Deuce, his minutes was efficient. And it was at an important time. That 7-0 run he put on, I was like, that's the Deuce right there, man. So salute to my man Deuce McBride. Jalen Brunson got his savvy 23. Come back in with the foul trouble. And that's why I kind of got a feeling, ladies and gentlemen, this series probably gonna go back to. I think this series is gonna go back to the Madison Square Garden. The only reason I say that is Jalen Brunson wasn't even on the floor like that. You know what I mean? He wasn't even on the floor like that. So you didn't really have a Jalen Brunson game because he was in foul trouble and he had to go on the bench. But what it did do allow them guys to have the other guys get in there and get it popping. So salute to the team. But know that he had to sit out with the foul trouble a little bit here and there. Even Cat McBride in the first had 3 fouls early. But them cats found the ways like, listen, we're going to forget all that and let's get it popping. So salute to them guys, man. Salute to everybody. But what's your thoughts, man? How you feeling about what you seen last night, the energy and everything?
Not often do I mention or do I want to talk about the refereeing. And this season, I don't know. I don't know if it's the homer in me. I don't know if it's just me over-analyzing stuff and stuff like that. But the Knicks do not get any calls. And they get some sucker duck take backs and all this other stuff all throughout this playoff run. But with that being said, the free throw disparity was about the same last night. You know what I mean? It was a lot of free throw. I think it was 30 or 30. I think both teams shot a lot of free throws last night. But it just seemed like it's so much more, in my opinion. You know what I mean? In some calls, you just be like, really? But not to get away from what the Knicks did last night. It was a good time to see what we talked about Payne sitting down, relaxing for a little bit, and coming in with DeLon Wright and coming in with Shaman. It changed the way the Pacers had to play basketball. So we made them a little delusional by starting Mitchell Robinson, and then we fully collapsed them when we put these other 2 guys in that played very well last night. Mm-hmm. You had to find Shaman. Shaman was all over the court. You start seeing they starting to run around. They're like, dang, this guy don't stop. So DeLon Wright went in there, got a couple of baskets, stayed out there, stayed diligent on the defense, changed the way the basketball played. And I believe that these 2 guys will probably finish off this series playing not heavy minutes, but about the same amount of minutes that they did. I'm just happy that we finally got to get those guys out there. As long as we talk about them, now we've seen them back out there, and it looked okay to me.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's all just another gritty team effort. These guys do what they do. You know what I mean, and they go out there, they do it to the best of their ability. They leave everything on the floor, and they don't get discouraged like us. When you see a 20-point lead, they don't get discouraged. They be like, okay, it's a long thing. You're never out of a game. You just got to go and do what you're doing. And then they done showed them through the 3 times in the playoff. Though we might think it's over, they don't. They don't. They know that they on that court. They feel the vibe of this, man. Get a steal, knock down a 3, knock down another 3. Now you took 20 down to 14. And I'm like, and it's that simple. You know what I mean? It's so fast. It comes so fast with the pace and the amount of shots, the amount of points you're getting off that 3-point shooting. Like you said, you're never out of this thing, man. I seen one time Knicks was down 30 and I still wasn't panicking because I just it's a lot of time and it don't take something but a little run or a couple of shots and a turnover to change the momentum. And I think they did a good job of that last night, ladies and gentlemen. I think they had a lot of good momentum plays in that game to kind of keep them in that 13-point area going into halftime. I think they made some. DeLon Wright had a nice pick up a steal, like somebody tried to throw it across I think between the key or something like that. He leaped up and stole it. And I thought things like that was really impressive. To be able to start and initiate fast breaks, get some turnovers, get some fast break points, and get an up tempo at that particular time. So I say all that to say that Shaman's with that charge on Obi Toppin backing him down. momentum swing play, you know, and they did a lot of them that night. So salute to them, man. They just got to get ready to take it to the next game and do it again. These games come fast. So this game was over. We won it. We won this thing, and I'm good about it. So, hopefully, these guys, hopefully Anunoby, hopefully Brunson, hopefully McHale have a better game. But, that's the beautiful thing about this team. It's been like that all year. Everybody watch all 82 games. On any given night, somebody can get it done. On any given night, somebody can get it done. And that's what it should be about. It should be about, when one man ain't got it, the next guy got it. And for me, to see these guys with their backs against the wall, Shaw Powers and back against the wall almost another time in the course of the game because of the 20-point lead. So they had their backs against the wall coming into the game. They got in the game. They had their back against the wall because they had to give up a 20-point lead. But the resiliency of the New York Knicks basketball team showed improve again, and went out there and got it done, Shaw Powers. So that's all we can ask for, man, really. And I'm excited about it. I feel good about it, and I feel good about tomorrow night just due to the fact I think the guys who didn't have a good game might have good games. You know what I mean? And maybe Brunson might not be in foul trouble. But even for him, this was so crazy about him real quick. Even though he was in foul, to give you 23 in foul trouble is impressive. Shaw Powers. Okay, what nobody say. I don't give a what nobody say. You give you 23 points in foul trouble. And there's nobody to me right now on that whole team that's being guarded the way he's being guarded. Ladies and gentlemen, they sending 5 dudes at Jalen Brunson. Everybody else ain't getting 5 dudes. He getting 5 dudes sent them at him literally. And you know what? And he's stepping up to the challenge against all of them. And he know and the way Aaron Naismith plays on hard. He know Nembhard played on hard. These McConnell goes at him. They know Halliburton goes at him, but he still finds a way to either get that ball in the basketball or give it to somebody who can get their ball in there. Because remember, if you look at some of the passes that Jalen Brunson's giving a lot of these guys, can you imagine if they knocking them down? Sometimes we got to, when you look at this thing in totality, when they giving guys passes, and if they're not knocking them down, that's just one less assist they don't got. But like even McHale, you think about how many assists that he gave McHale. Right? Think how many passes Jalen Brunson threw to McHale last night, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't knock him down. So I say all that to say, he, even being in foul trouble to get 23 and still find a way to keep the thing going because they put so much pressure. We better be grateful that we got a guy like him who could dribble that ball the way he do sometimes because that pressure was coming at us. You know what I mean? So salute to him and salute to the big cat, man. To the Anunoby knocking down timely shots, even though he didn't have a big scoring game, but his timely 3-point shooting was massive to me. He was hitting some big 3-point shots, man, at the right time in that game from momentum swing type of thing. So that was good for him and McHale defense. The way they did on Halliburton, salute to the Knicks, man. That's the New York City Gritty Committee defense. That's the bully ball we talking about. That's Shaw Powers one cat. And the cat when he hit that long when he went through his leg with the crossover with the 3-point. I'm like this. Shaw Powers said, "Hey, yo, cat was in the zone." You right. Once Nick, he was same time. Great mind, think alike. He was in the zone, my brother, real boy. And when he put the ball on the floor, they just like it's hard. He was eating Mount Turner some lunch last night. So great job by my man, Big Cat, man. Well deserved, Shaw Powers. But on to the next, man. We got to try to get this thing tomorrow, Shaw Powers. But this one was a really crucial one, and we got it though.
Yeah, Indiana. The police still looking for Cat. They got an APB out for Cat because he dang sure caught a bot and yeah, so they still look for. He better watch it when he go back out there and play the other night. When he play tomorrow, because he caught a body.
Hey, shout out when he caught the body, like you said. When the body laying on the ground and the yellow tape. That was Cat. When Cat got the body, he looked down at like he was the police with the red tape on the floor, the crime scene. Like this shit is crazy though, because that new yellow uniform had me cracking up, man. That was murder.
He looked down. Yeah. So I mean, I'm amped because they won, and I hope that they can carry all over what they did last game. We always talk about the scores and all that stuff. I don't care if they win by 1 point or 5 points or 9 points, but sometimes you want to anyway. So they did exactly what they did, and everybody scored. It wasn't that. They didn't have their A game, but everybody played their role. Right. OG played his role big time. McHale missed a lot of shots early. I was like, oh, but he came back and played his role. So in the end, he had some hit a big three. They came back and played their role. Mitch, in the beginning when he first got in, I was like, oh man, he looking low. They figured it out between Cat and Mitch. They started playing off everybody, and then they stopped. They were doing that pick and roll so they can get whatchamacallit to have Halliburton to be on Cat, and Cat started changing the way he did. I just didn't like the way they were calling fouls last night. In my opinion, all the Knicks had 4, 5 fouls, and Indiana had I don't even think they had somebody that had 4 or 5 fouls. Everybody had 2, 3, 5, but they played so many plays. Maybe that's the reason why. I digress again. Knicks played good basketball last night. Team basketball will win you the game. They didn't play their A game, but in the fourth quarter, they definitely pulled out the A plus game to bring it home.
Yeah. I always use that analogy, man. It's all about will and skill. They didn't have a lot of skill, but they had the will last night. Will last night. For Will, that shit, and Big Cat had the skill going. But I think overall, them guys just wanted it. They wanted it, and like I said, if you can do that against Boston, you can damn sure do it to them. Ain't nothing new. But that defense was stellar, and I think if we play defense like that, the rest of the series is over for them. Because not only your defense, you kept Indiana to 100 points in Indiana, and they put up like 117 or something over there. And everybody was there. You know, ain't no excuse that they ain't playing nobody with their whole team. Their whole team is there, and they're getting it. They're giving it to them. They gave it to them last night, right where they need to. And I just think they got to keep pounding the rock like they do, man. It's all about going down in that paint, being aggressive and playing hard. And I think Dylan Wright and them dudes set the tone, man, in that second, and with that second unit, him and Shaman, they set the tone. They was playing hard. Playing real hard. They will set the tone up in there. I'm like, now we looking at the New York City gritty committee basketball. Now we looking at bully ball. Their cats was up in that shit. And that's what I want to see. I want to see that type of style of play because I think it worked for them. That's not a physical team over there. They're not that physical. You know what I mean? But I think our team could get physical with them. We get physical with them dudes. And I think it showed. And what's interesting, even with the free throws last night, you know what's crazy about that? I'm calling New York Knicks the free throw kings last night. Ladies and gentlemen, they was knocking them shits down in that fourth quarter. Them were the free throw kings of New York Knicks. They hit like 14 in a row. They was knocking them. And I mean, this was when they needed the Jalen Brunson goes to the top, knocks down 2. My man goes down to the line, knocks down 2. They just knocking them and knocking them. I'm like 90% from the chatty stripe, 14 for 14 in crunch time. They were doing it. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's when you know a team is locked in and focused. That's how bad they wanted that game. And even when they got 2 with a minute left or 2 or 3, somebody goes in line, knock down and get it back to 4. They did it like 2 or 3 times. So I was really excited about that free throw percentage, man. The only thing that's interesting about the free throws to me with the rest, it's not so much they're not calling free throws, it's the type of foul they're not calling. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a type of foul they're not calling. Not so much they're not getting the calls. It's a type of call they're not getting. Like Cat should be going to the line crazy. Like Brunson, all of them. They just not calling it. Like DeLon Wright, that foul. That was a foul when my man grabbed DeLon Wright's arm. That was a foul, you know. So it's certain type of foul they're not calling that get me, man. And because if you're gonna let it be physical, let it be physical. But you can't call a Knicks for a soft call.
Right.
Yeah, you can't call a Knicks for a soft call, but these cats go down there. You can't do that. So yeah, the refs definitely playing a role, but it's Knicks against everybody anyway. We kind of know this shit coming out the gate. But anyway, good job by them, man. And we really. But here, let's real quick, man. Let's look at a couple of highlights from last night, man. And see what these cats doing, man. Then we get back at it. Divine Shot Powers, we in the building. Knicks won the game 106-100. And then we'll do some box scores and all that stuff, man. Here we go. General, what I do? Back in from that foul right there, they call it burn them. What? Another bag stop out. Another bag. Out one hit. Hard stop how the Knicks go hard though. They go hard at it, man. Salute to them, man. But yeah, that was some good moments in the game. That bench was there. Shamit came into play. Delarian came into play. Big Cat, like I said, he was in the alley digging in 18 trash in that third or fourth quarter. Two of them guys, gutsy performance, gutsy win. Glad we were able to get the victory, man. So we got to get ready to bring that same energy tomorrow. Hopefully our offense come a little bit more better to play. And I think we really go back to the Garden. 2-2, man, looking for that game on Thursday. So we really got to get at it tomorrow. But we bring some of that same energy and same tenacity that we brought last night. I like our chances tomorrow for sure.
No question. What it's the Knicks, you know what I mean? And we know what this team is, you know what I mean? We know how we root for this team. We know we have some highs and lows, the hills and valleys, peaks and valleys. I mean, so we know I want to see tomorrow. The way they figured it out going down the stretch, if they can generate that same momentum, it's gonna work out pretty well. You know what I mean? It's gonna work out pretty well. And who knows what can happen after another win in Indiana, coming back to New York. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? It's not like we can't win at New York. You know what I mean? It's not like we can't win at New York, but you know what I mean? Let's see if the first things first. Let's see if we can stay close, play great defense on this team, use a lot of players to tire these guys out. I just appreciated seeing Shamit out there playing all these other guys, all the I can't even think of whatchamacallit, all these guys out there. They D'd up on these guys. They gave good minutes, and I was happy to see that.
But yeah, real talk, man. They all came in and did their thing, man. Like I said, they're professional. That's what they get paid to do. And then when their number was called, they answered the bell, salute to them. But yeah, let's look at some stats right quick, man. And we continue to continue this thing, man. This Knicks real talk, divine shot power. We gonna be a long night, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get these thoughts together about some box score numbers because they always play a significant role on the outcome anyway, analytics perspective. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, you look at the team right here, 106-100. New York Knicks. Salute to the Knicks because I thought that Mitchell Robinson first quarter set the tone because before, even though the Pacers finally went up 30, that's when he went out the game. But I thought Mitchell Robinson start was a good thing for the Knicks because they didn't have no lead going out of coming in the first quarter. The offense rebounding and them rebounding that Mitch was doing in there. I thought that was beautiful, man. He set the tone down there. I hope they do the same thing the next game. Josh Hart with that second unit also was good. So we only we gave up 30, but I thought it was a better quarter than it seemed. But then that second quarter, we got outscored by 9. And then we, the second half, we should flip the script though. We only gave up 22 and 20, and that was the key to the game right there. between that first and second quarter where they kind of went on 20, but we got it back. We got down to 13, and then coming out of 13, we saved off 3 in that third quarter. The next thing you know, we shaved off the rest of it, and then went up. We got 16 points. We took ahead, so that was good. This is all good tale of two halves. I think I text you say, no, it's just a tale of two halves. Pretty much what it's going to be, and that's just going to tell two halves. What they did in the first half, we did in the second half. What they did in the second half, we did in the first half. So it's all good. Good job by them. But from a statistics perspective, ladies and gentlemen, free throws 27 for 30, 9% for us. 27 for 33, 82% for them. 2-point area 50%. They've shot 50%. 34% from downtown for us. Only 20 for them. Pretty much the tail of the game right there for them. 44% from the floor. They shot 44% from the floor. We were 34 for 78. They were 34 for 77. Wow. We one more shot difference in that percentage standpoint. 38 rebound to 37. 13 assists. They had 21. That's why the score was that low, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, can you imagine Mikhail hit some of the shots that my man gave to him, and some other guys too? I'm saying might have had higher assists than that, but because we missed shots last night, that didn't really come to fruition like we wanted to. 14 turnovers, 7 steals. They had 9, 4 blocks. They had 4 blocks. 25 fouls. They had 27. Max points in the row. Them 13 or 7. Time of possession. They dominated pretty much. 30 minutes to 13 minutes in the lead. Other than that, the guys individually box score, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks, we will deal with our guys first and always. Big Cat had 24. Brunson 23. And even though Anunoby had 16 and 15, them were quiet numbers. They was good numbers though, but they was quiet, but they was there. Like I said, Anunoby hit some big shots, man. Getting also him playing bully ball down there in the middle, getting down there doing what he was doing. Mikhail had some good middies there. That was good. McBride had a good game. Hart had a good game to me. 10, 8, and 4. Robinson had a good game to me. 6 and 6, 1, 1, 1. He had a good game, man. His presence is something. Shamman had a good game as well. Delon Wright as well. Now it's not so much about the scoring, ladies and gentlemen. It's really what they were doing to get us back in that game and on the defense side of things. So that was good. Personal fouls: Town 5, Brunson 5, Anunoby 3, Josh Hart 4. They were just I think somebody else. Oh yeah, and 4 and Robinson 3. But they what I loved about what they did with those shot pots, they didn't let that affect their game. I noticed that even though they was in foul trouble, they didn't let it affect their game in that second half, and they found a way to get back in that. So that was good. Mr. Towns, he was doing the thing on the boards later. The Cat had 14 rebounds. Hart had 7, the most, and Mitchell Robinson had 3. But between them two dudes, 21 rebounds. Wow, that's the majority, all of them. But that was good by them. Field goal percentage, the Cat was doing the thing. Brunson not so much. Anunoby was doing the thing, 67%. Good job by him, man. 6 for 9. He was knocking them down, man. And that's why I say he had a high scoring game, but he had an efficient game the other night, man. He was knocking them down timely. Bridges not so much, McBride not so much, Hart not so much, Robinson yes, Shamit yes. He only had a minimum amount of shots, and I thought they did a good job of that. So overall, man, shot powers and them guys over there, their numbers were suspect. They shot all other than Halliburton, Turner, Siakam, and McConnell. Everybody else shot abysmal except for Obi Toppin. He had 3 for 6. But and Shepard 1 for 1. So not a lot of attempts, but they still shot pretty well. But at the end of the day, we shot the same thing, shot power. And I think our team came ahead and won the game. And I think that's what it boiled down to. So good job by the Knicks overall, just irking that thing out, man, and getting it done. Oh, your mic, my man.
I'm sorry, you put it together and you got it done, and that's what it counts. You know what I mean? And the help from Wright and Shamman, it really showed. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like you said, Divine. It wasn't about the scoring, even though they did get some baskets. It wasn't like they didn't score. Shamman had 5, 6 points. DeLon had 4, 5, 6 points and something like that too, right?
Duran 4, 2 points.
2 or 4. I know he had a layup. I know he had an easy layup that the Cat threw to him.
Yeah, that layup. That was a 2. That's what he had.
Yeah, okay. All right. And I know Shamman had at least 1 3. He had 2 threes, didn't he? I think he had 2. One. So, the one he had a big one. I know it was a big. So we need those things and a little bit of defense that they brung. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that they got out there, and hopefully that a little bit more time on the court, maybe can spark something. You know what I mean? 2 guys that can play great defense, know what I mean? And we need some defense against some of these guys in the second unit. Let's run them out there. You know what I mean? Give Mikel a little bit of break. Give Josh Hart a little bit of a break. Give Brunson a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? And let's work it in. I like the way they played yesterday, and I hope they continue to use that 8-9 man rotation like they did last night.
Yeah, yo, salute to the chat, my man. Coach was good, my man. Good to see you. The man K was good, my bro. Salute to you out there. Real talk, JJ 47K was good. Rasul was popping up. Dave Smith, everybody in the building, man. Salute to that. Tory B was good. Sister
Man K in the building.
John was good, my man. Salute to everybody. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Everybody, man. If I didn't get to shut you out earlier, part of me. But salute to everybody, man. It's all good, man. Make sure I hit that like, subscribe for your brothers while we in here. My man Walter White was good. Walter was good. My brother salute. It was a gutsy performance, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't always gonna be pretty, but we don't want it to be pretty. We want it to be gritty, though. You know what I mean? I ain't in for all that. You know, they want to be pretty. Go out there and play a different sport. I needed to be gritty. They got gritty last night when they needed to. They got down there and did it done, man. They went out there and showed and proved that New York mentality, that you know what, this team has pretty much been resilient all year. They go hard all year long. They never feel like they're gonna be out of a game. And sure enough, they came true to power yesterday, just like it did in Boston. The first two games of the playoffs in Boston, got down 20 and find a way to fight back. And now, like I said, this game is now. It's so amazing because you can knock down a couple of 3-point shots and you're right back in the game. And that's why I think that's the feeling that the Knicks have, because they got guys who can knock them shots down, and they never feel like they out of game. They know Brunson can do it. They know Cat can do it. They know Anunoby can knock them shots down. They know Mikel can get it when it has to be. And I think even Josh Hart, Knicks know they got guys who they can get that ball in that bucket. Even when they get a lapse on the defense side of the ball, they find a way to say, well, you know, we got a lapse on the defense. Our offense got to step it up. Or if their defense is doing good, they offense feel they got to step it up. So I'm kind of comfortable with these guys never giving up in a ball game. They haven't did it all year, and I don't think no reason why they're going to do it now. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a good gutsy bounce back, stellar win to me. We needed backs against the wall, you know, Knicks against everybody, and they responded, man. And that's all you can have for it. And like I said, it might not be pretty, but it was gritty, though. You know what I mean? And real talk. And that's what I want to see, man, for real. Radu was good. Randu, man, my lens too. Yo, salute to all the members, man. Randu, Krim's dad, the members of the Knicks Real Talk family. We appreciate y'all. I don't shout y'all out enough. I apologize for that, but shoot everybody, man, who members and everything, man. We appreciate y'all hanging in here with us, getting this thing, man. Knicks still got us on that train, ladies and gentlemen. But it ain't gonna jump off the track right now. We gonna get it popping, man. The week tomorrow, big game. Hopefully we can go in there and get it popping and try to get another victory, man, and get back to MSG with home court advantage. With now the 7 series becomes a 3-2, best of 3 series instead of best of 7. When tomorrow it's a best of 7 series, best of 3 series. We got 2 of them games in the Garden, and we know we can win on the road. I like our chances, man, especially if we're going to play all these dudes. You play all these dudes. If you play all these dudes, I'm really happy because I know, you know, our true players, our starter players, they always going to come to play. But these dudes, that defense got me, man. That's what I'm happy with. To shoot to my man, Shammy Shot Powell and DeLon Wright and Deuce McBride and them guys, man, and Josh Hart in that second unit, setting the tone with them guys. That was big time yesterday.
Yeah, let's put a little bit of size out there. Guys that get up in your face, like you say, damn near kissing you in your mouth. You know what I mean? That's that defense, you know what I mean? Right. And that's what we put out there yesterday, and it worked. I believe that we will see, even with Brunson, you know, with how Brunson had the fouls last game, I still think that you'll see some minutes from these guys. You know, they deserve to get a little bit of minutes just to give the guys a breather. And I mean, just to give them a little bit, especially against this team, you know what I mean? Because in my opinion, if we can start utilizing these guys right now and get used to playing a team that likes to play 8, 9, 10 man rotations, this is the perfect team to get used to this from, because depending on what happens tonight, OKC uses the same methodology. They use a 9, 8, 9. They use 8, 9, 10 men rotations. You know what I mean? These guys are usually not even breaking, the starters are not really breaking 35 minutes a game. You know what I mean? On average. You know what I mean? So if we want to get used to a team that plays like that, then we better, you know, utilize this team right here, because this is exactly how they play. They play 8, 9, 10-man rotations. You know what I mean? And throw different rotations, like you said, at Brunson. You're throwing 5 guys at Brunson. You know what I mean? So let's see what we can do and how we can come up with a plan to beat them tomorrow.
Man, I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you what I was saying. I'm hoping the Knicks defense play like this the rest of the series, because to be honest with you, Knicks should be a 3-0 right now. Think about that. They gave away the game in the first game of the series. They gave it away. This lady gave it away. Like, hey, they took the money out of their pocket and put it in their hands so y'all can have it.
Let's take it.
Yeah, for real. And just take it. Like, and so, and that being said, in the second game, y'all see how that went. They played, a stellar game, but their defense gave up 32 and 33 in the second half. The tale of two halves story kind of reared its ugly head in the second game too. Knicks gave up 25. They only allowed them to get 24 and 25 in the first 2 quarters in game 2. But in game 3, they gave up 33, 32 and 33 in the third and fourth quarter. So if our defense could play like it played last night with them extra bodies in there the rest of the series, I think Indiana in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. I think they're in trouble now, but I think they're in trouble if our defense played the way it played last night. And you get them guys out there to do that, knowing that our offense didn't have a great game, they didn't have a terrible one, they didn't have a great one though. And I think Indiana might be in for trouble. I really do. I love the energy of that game when Anunoby locked down Nate Smith and blocked that shit. And so we need that fire like that, man. We'll get it, man. I think we get it, Shop Powell. I think it's all going to be about executing tomorrow and knowing that it's about the will thing. I think willily. We got to come out there. What I want to see tomorrow, though, when they in the first, I'm gonna say the first 8 minutes of that first quarter, Knicks had that shit on lock. The first 8 minutes of that 12-minute quarter, 8-9 minutes, they had that shit on lock. Them dudes only had like 16 points with about 3 minutes left or something like that. But like I said, then it kind of got away. They wound up getting the 30 points in that quarter, but they had them dudes on lock for a while, and I like the way they came out. So hopefully they come out the same way. But hit buckets though, Shop Howell, because that first quarter they was missing some shots, bro. And you imagine if they would have made some shots, that would have been a different kind of quarter for the Knicks. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow, man. Hopefully everybody be on the same page.
Yeah, that's the game plan. You know what I mean? Hopefully we could get Mikal a little bit more and excited about. Get him more get him to get into knocking down some shots. And he missed, and like you said in the first quarter, he missed a couple of open shots, but he made it up in the end. But if we could get him going earlier, that makes it easier for us to continue with either a closer game or a lead. You know what I mean? So, and OG had a great game. Not a great game, but he had a good, solid game. And Mitch had a good, solid game. Cat came through in the end. Like you said, digging through your trash. And, Brunson didn't play many minutes in the fourth quarter, but you see what he can do and how they watch him by his fouls because Brunson gets a lot of foul calls. So they call now. I don't know, maybe it's just me as a fan. Maybe it's just me and my fandom. But now I see Brunson gets calls, but now they're calling more calls on Brunson. Maybe in the last couple of series, I'm just saying. Maybe it's just me. I watch too much sometimes.
Yeah.
But so let's see what the Knicks can do. Like I said, this is a different game. They're gonna come up with a different plan. They're gonna be more ready for seeing DeLon and Shaman. But those are the guys that are gonna have to turn it up tomorrow. They're gonna have to let them see something even more different than what they seen the last game. And I'm ready for it, Devon.
Yeah, you know what's interesting to me? I'm gonna tell you why. To me, I think Anunoby had an outstanding game. I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you why. He scored 16. His counterpart only scored 17. His counterpart, the other night, then they had 40. You know what I mean? Not only did he play a stellar defensive game, he shot time. He had the 7.5, and the Siakam was a 6.7 from the sense standpoint. I thought he did a good job. And even Mikal, even though he might didn't shoot the ball well, but he did all the other things. But think about it. He made 15, but guess how many his counterpart had? Whether it was Nimhard or whoever, he only had 9, and even majority of the time he played Halliburton only had 20. You know what I mean? So these guys are Naismith only had 8. So even though they might have got right close to their season average too, 18, 18, 19, I think, something like that. I mean, 18, 17 for them two guys. They pretty much got a 1 point or two away from their season now, but they played some good defense. And I think you would. I'd rather have them numbers where they had like 16 and good defense instead of 30 and no defense.
Right.
So that's what I'm kind of happy about for them guys. They came on the defense side of the ball and made it hard on the opposing team's players that they was guarding. I think they did a good job. So salute to them, man. Salute to the Knicks. Salute to the bench. Salute to Tiz, man, for having a how would I say the passion. No, passion is the wrong word. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me use a big word, Divine. Statistical fortitude.
Yeah, there you go. Typically that. You know what I say that? And he reached into his soul and say, you know what? I got to change this shit up.
Fact.
Even though we want him to do it all year long, he didn't do it, but give him credit. He did do it. He do it when he needed it. So I'm going to give him flowers for the night. I'm giving Tibbs the flowers for the night because you know what? We all said start Mitchell Robinson when the playoffs start. We said extend the bench. Okay, you know what? He didn't do it, but he did it now. So that means that, you know, everybody got to find a way to do things different. He did it. Salute to him. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. Good job by him. You got to give him his flowers. Much as we don't want to give him flowers, or not we, but people don't want to give him flowers. You know, you got to give him to him last night for having the guts to do that, knowing that he didn't want to make Josh Hart feel, even though Josh Hart the one told him to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Hart asked Tibbs that. For all those who want to find out, just go into the because hear from some of the people who know about it. Like I think it was like a week or two. He told me in Boston, start mid or whatever. Tibbs did it, but Tibbs respect Tibbs and respect my man Josh Hart. He take one for the team, and he still got 40 minutes, and he still was the prime factor.
Still got his points, still got dang near his average, and still got as many minutes coming off the bench. And Mitch still got about the same minutes he began 24, 25 minutes, and Josh Hart got 35 or something like that. So, What you gonna do?
Yeah, real talk, man. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out in about 3 minutes, man, and get ready for tomorrow, man. We just want to get in with you guys and talk this Knicks thing, man. Knicks got a good job done tonight, man. The other night they got it done. Shot Powers, Series tied. Series is 2-1. Hopefully we can go in there tomorrow and get another one. We know it ain't gonna be easy. These guys feeling some type of way. I know Indiana feeling some type of way because of the way they lost last night. So we got to best believe they coming out with full energy. They coming out to do what they did in the first half. But hopefully they can think they don't have to celebrate too early this time. That's how you eat crow though. Halliburton them run around and celebrate early, throwing that shit up like this here. That's how you eat crow. Make them eat crow. And that's in that fourth quarter, Knicks made them eat crow, man. So Susan the Knicks did a job on that. But give me your final thoughts, my brother. We get ready to get out of here.
Divine, that word is going to be one of the biggest words that we use tomorrow. What I'm going to use tomorrow about know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You know what I mean? So Halliburton, you want to showcase. That's why that for me, my fandom. That's why I heard it so much because he did all that choking and all that stuff, and we still had a chance to get him, and we didn't. And that made me more upset than going into overtime. We had a chance. We seen he say we choked and we didn't do it. That made me upset. But I understand. You know what I mean? So you want to keep out there broadcasting and showcasing and doing all that. Watch out. Watch it. Watch it. You know what I mean? Watch out for it. You want run that's where you get your jaw broke. Just saying. My bad, Divine. Salute to you as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Appreciate everybody coming in, man. We just want to get in and do the recap tonight. We be right back on tomorrow, man. Just spread a little bit of good energy because we know the last 2 weeks, the last 2 games, the energy wasn't good in this building because everybody we lost. You know what I mean? So, we get to come in here tonight, man, and appreciate them, man. And Brian Acosta, thank you for the super chat, my brother, always, man. For appreciate you. And always being a member of the show, man. We appreciate you, my man. Real talk. But it's on to the next, man. Like Sean say, Chris Rowe, my man, salute to as well. On to the next, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be ready tomorrow. We got to lock in, be in, man, and let's get this thing done again. And we can win this one, go home. We got the home court advantage back, man. Now become the best of 3 series. You never know what happens. I think Knicks go out there respond tomorrow night, man. I'm confident they're going to go out there respond tomorrow night. So y'all enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day, man. Be safe out there wherever you're at, man. And if you're doing what you're doing, just be safe, man. That's all I really can say. And all that good stuff. My brother Shot Powell, I'll holler at you tomorrow.
You're ready, Divine.
All right. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all enjoy it, man. Continue on.
Oh, Divine, stay on 2 seconds. I want to show you something real quick.
Okay.
2 seconds. Let it go off. I wanted to show you something real quick. Oh, I'll show you tomorrow. We coming on tomorrow. I can show you tomorrow.
Okay, we good. Whatever you want to do, I'm good. Yeah, hold that thought. Do it.
All right.
Put the ball.
We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks real talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knock it down shot. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.